Yo, 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 we're back at it. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sorry, David just woke up from a nap. All right, here we go. Let's get this. Whoa, I don't want that. There it is. Okay. So we're going to be using the in function, which is very helpful when you want to look at a specific group of users, films, customers, any pieces of information that like is a long list that you want to only get results that meet that qualification.
Yeah, for example, here at Udemy, we have courses created in a bunch of different categories. And let's say there's someone on our team who owns the design category, and they want to know how many design courses are created each month. They don't want to know how many courses created are each month, like total. They just want to know how many design courses are created. And so in that case, you might use something like in. Actually, that's probably. It's usually when there's like two things you want to do, like design and photography.
Yes.
You want to see how many courses are in design and photography. You use the in function.
Exactly.
So Pete, let's just jump right into it. And
all right. So we are going to walk through an example of the number of rentals in certain categories. So when we're talking categories, we mean comedy, drama, action, something like that. We're going to pick 3 categories, and we're going to only want to get information about films in those categories. So we want to know, okay, the number of rentals in the comedy. What categories?
Let's do some sports.
Sports.
And family.
Family. Okay, cool. So we're going to need the rental table. So from the rental, where are we going to go? We're going to go to the inventory table.
Yep.
And then from the inventory table, I think we're going to want to go to the film table.
Yep.
Okay, so then we're going to be here. And finally,
does that give it?
This must be here somewhere.
Nope, I think
it's just a category table. So there's film category table, and then there's a category table. So this is a lot of tables, and they have these interesting joiner tables. And then what's the last one? Category.
Just a category, straight up category.
Okay. So there's going to be a lot of connections in the where clause.
Let's connect them right now.
All right. So r.inventory ID.
And typically, guys, this is we go from the from table, and then we usually go to the where table, right?
Yeah.
I usually do the select last. In past examples, we might have done the select kind of like early on, but that's because we already knew what the query was that we were going to write.
And we didn't have very many. A lot of them we haven't had very many where clauses.
Yeah.
Usually the where you get very intricate there because you want a very specific result. And this is a good example of that. So I.film ID equals f.film ID. Gosh, sorry guys. David and I are recording this in a soundproof phone closet, so it's pretty close quarters over here.
It's kind of a little steamy.
All right, so f.film ID equals film category.film ID. And film category ID equals c.category ID. Right?
Yep.
And this is where it gets fun. The c.name. So if you look in the category, this is where all the stuff is. So this is where we can pick out, here's comedy, here's sports, here's family. So there's 2 ways we could do the in function here. We have done it with the name. So what you would do is say where c.name, so where in this column equals comedy. So that is a string. So you need to write it out, make sure it's written exactly the same as in the database. Sports, family. And then as you might have noticed, each value is separated by a comma. And so this will return any rental where the film in the inventory has the category named one of these 3 things.
Yeah. So it's not going to count all of the films.
Exactly. And then, so we want to say, so right now we want to group it by the category name. So we want it to say, in comedy, there's this many rentals, and so on and so forth. So as category, and then we want to do count, This, we're not worried about any distinct function, so we just want to know all the rentals for that category. So we'll just do r.rentalID as num rentals.
Yeah.
We'll group it by 1. I think that's going to do it, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's take this over here to the query zone. Boom. Okay, so this is telling us that in the entirety of our film movie rental spot, comedy movies were rented 941 times, family movies were rented 1,096 times, and sports movies were rented 1,179 times. So if we didn't have this, so if we comment this out, and we run this again, it gives us all the categories. And you may want that, but if you're not interested in that, there's a lot of information to sift through. So we can we add in this in clause, this in function, and now it only gives us the information we're interested in.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a really helpful thing. You'll use it a lot if you only want to look at a very specific segment. So now let's go into comparison operators.
Should we, you know what, let's just...
we're going to stop this recording, let you mull over it.
Yeah, we're not even going to get... We're going to do a combined brainbuster at the end of these 3 things, but we want to give you a little break in the meantime. But next up is the comparison operators.
Hey, go grab a snack.
Yeah.
Huh?